Probably seen it all over the news. CGT reform, capital gains tax, specifically targeting investment property. Jim Chalmers looming in the May 2026 budget. Why CGT, why investment property, and why should Gen Z and millennials care about this when some don't even own investment properties? My name's Aiden. I'm a paramedic turned property investor. I've built my own residential property portfolio, and I'm here to explain to you today what the proposed CGT or capital gains reform is and how it's going to impact you as an investor. For us to start, we have to go back to 2025 when they did an economical roundtable reform. Essentially, they brought in multiple economists, independent consultants, specifically KPMG, and they advocated to improve productivity requires capital investment. And this was seen in multiple podcasts, some referencing Brendan Rayner, the chief economist for KPMG, highlighting that capital investment is a top priority for Australia's productivity, as well as transfer system taxation reform. KPMG argues that to improve productivity, investment capital has to go into essentially other sectors like mining, agricultural, biotechnology, just a variety of other places. They also highlighted a great opportunity of transfer of asset ownership, and we'll come back to that in a second. So where does that put us and you as an investor? Well, it's highly likely the government is going to target CGT exemption and impose what I believe is an intergenerational taxation. And will this decrease prices? Will it provide more affordable housing? Will it rebalance the property market? Well, in my opinion, no. The reality is this is an intergenerational taxation method, and it will further constrain supply and disincentivize investment. Now we're in 2026, there's increased forecast of inflation. We're currently in a per capita recession due to government expenditure as well. And you're probably wondering, so why should I care if I'm Gen Z or millennial? Well, it's you they are taxing. See, coming back to KPMG, they did a different wealth analysis highlighting the greatest shift in wealth and the great acceleration of transfer, which is a $3.5 trillion intergenerational wealth transfer that is impacting on younger generations' wealth accumulation. And it's this that's the intergenerational taxation. And it's important to understand that not all government policies have the intended outcome, and it's about the shift in limited resources from the private property sector into government. And it sounds great in economical theory, but these reforms have secondary consequences, such as it will impact on younger generations' ability to generate and develop wealth as it's being taxed intergenerationally. It will constrain supply in residential property. It will de-incentivize investment into new builds and developments and redevelopment of properties, and it will have long-term price increases as opposed to decreases. You might see the decrease in the short term. Over the long term, this is going to have an increase in prices as less supply comes to market. So hopefully you've learned a little bit about the CGT reform that's coming in. My name's Aiden. I'm from Authentic Property. Thank you.